Hello everybody, Hero Mech here from MWO Online, and today we're going to be looking at the Resistant Heroes IS collection. The mechs included in the collection are the Wolfhound, Mech, Panther, Crab, Enforcer, Black Knight, Grasshopper, Mauler, Zeus, and King Crab. The price for each light mech is $10, the price for each medium mech is $15, the price for each heavy mech is $20, and the price for each assault mech is $25. Each come with a 30% SIBO boost, a mech bay, and a Molotov cocktail standing item. Starting with the light mechs, we have the Wolfhound. As you can see, it has no jump jets, has ECM, and does not have mask. And if you look at the hard points, it's very similar to the other Wolfhounds, so the main difference this one to all the other Wolfhounds is that this one comes with ECM. So if you ever wanted a Wolfhound or a light mech with ECM, here you go. Which I think is a really good addition to the Wolfhound, since many people don't really seem to use Wolfhounds, even though they're a really good mech with really good hitboxes. I think with them seeing that this one has ECM, we'll start seeing a lot more Wolfhounds in the battlefield. Next we have the Panther, which as you can see comes with 4 jump jets, doesn't have ECM or mask, but if you look at the hard points, it has 2 energy in the left arm and 2 energy in the right arm and 1 missile in the center. So this mech we'll be seeing a lot more energy in this one, so we might be seeing like 4 medium pulse and SRM6, or maybe you can still do 2 PPCs if you wanted to. So yeah, this one not too new, but I think with more, I think this mech really did need more energy, so we might be seeing more Panthers in the battlefield, or at least more hero, at least a hero variant of the Panther. Next we have the Urban Mech, because everybody loves Urban Mech, so why not have a hero mech for it? So this one, as you can see, comes with jump jets, doesn't have ECM, doesn't have mask, and has energy and ballistics. But the main difference with this one to other ones is that it has 2 energy in the center. So with this one, I would recommend the standard engine, because then you can turn this mech into a zombie mech, especially with the 360 torso twisting. You can really transfer all the damage all around your components and survive for a very long time with this light mech. So the medium mechs. First we have the Crab. This one doesn't have any jump jets, doesn't have ECM, it doesn't have mask, but it has a ballistic in the left and right arm, 2 missile slots in the left torso, and 2 energy in the right torso. So if you ever wanted a medium King Crab, we finally have one. So this one comes 2 ballistics, like maybe 2 Ultra AC5, or if you want to do like sort of blackjack build, you can put 2 AC2s and like some lasers. So yeah, but this one would be pretty good if you wanted to have some ballistics in your medium mechs. Next we have the Enforcer, which has 5 jump jets, no ECM, no mask, and it has 4 energy, 2 in the left arm, 2 in the left torso, and a ballistic in the right torso. This one, in my opinion, doesn't really provide anything new for the Enforcer, but if you like Enforcers, this one is a pretty good variant. So yeah, this one, not really anything new. I guess you can do AC20 and like 4 medium lasers, but this one to me is nothing really that special compared to the other hero mechs in this pack. So moving on to the heavy mechs, we have the Grasshopper, which can carry up to 4 jump jets, ECM. I mean, it does not have ECM, doesn't have mask, and as we can see in the hard points, it has a ballistic in the left arm, and it has also lots of energy like the other variants of the Grasshopper. So if you ever wanted a ballistic in your Grasshopper, you can now finally do so. So if you want to do a long range, you can put a Gauss rifle, or if you want to do a brawl build, you can put an LB10 or an AC20. So yeah, this one a little bit different than other Grasshoppers, but I think this will probably change from the normal builds of like 3 large pulse and some medium lasers like we usually see on Grasshoppers. This one might be seeing a little change in the Grasshopper, at least with the hero variant. And next we have the Black Knight, which doesn't have any jump jets, doesn't have mask, doesn't have ECM, But this one, if you look at the hard points, the left arm has 2 missile hard points and has 2 energy in the left torso, 2 energy in the right torso, and 2 energy in the right arm. So this one, the main difference is the 2 missiles. So I guess if you want to make this more of a brawler mech and do some SRMs and like medium pulse, or you're going to do long range, you could do LRMs, but not really recommended. But you could if you wanted to. I would have preferred a ballistic like in the Grasshopper, but I guess they wanted to do something different with the Grasshopper and the Black Knight and just not really make them the same. So yeah, if you like Black Knights, this one I think will be interesting. If you wanted to put some missiles, or you wanted to pack a little bit more of like a one-shot punch in your Black Knight, and then this will be a pretty good one for you. So moving on to the assault mechs, we have the Mauler, which doesn't have jump jets, doesn't have ECM, and doesn't have mask. But you may not notice anything different at first, but we have ballistic weapons in the arms and energy slots in the left and right torso. So this one is switched, unlike the other Maulers, which have usually energy in the arms and ballistics in the torsos. This one's switched. So this one might be seeing a little change from the regular Maulers, which usually only has like mainly ballistics. We might be seeing mainly energy, and maybe we might be seeing some more missiles on the Mauler mechs. So moving on, we have the Zeus, which doesn't have jump jets, doesn't have ECM, but this one has mask. And looking at the hard points, it has a ballistic in the left arm, an energy and 2 missile in the left torso, 1 energy in the center torso, AMS in the right torso, and 2 missiles in the right arm. So this one with the mask, I guess if you wanted, I guess this one they kind of want to do more of a brawler build. So I guess if you wanted the 20-ton lighter Atlas, but you don't really have an Orion, but you like 5 more tons than the Orion, then this one I guess for you. So you can do maybe like 4 SRM6s plus like an LB10, or maybe an AC20 and 4 SRMs, but I would recommend putting Artemis on SRMs. So yeah, next we have the King Crab, which as you can see doesn't have jump jets, doesn't have ECM, doesn't have mass. And like the Mauler, you'll notice that the hard points switched. Usually there are ballistic in the arms, but this time it has energy in the arms, and it has 2 ballistics in the right torso, and 3 energy in each arm, and 2 missile in the left torso. So this one, with the ballistics on top of the mech, I think this one overall will probably have a better peaking profile, while most King Crabs, most of their weaponry are the ballistics in the arms. So now, with them being up higher, I think it will give this mech a better peaking profile, and also with the more energy, you can now do mainly energy builds. So if you wanted to do like an Inner Sphere Supernova build with 6 energy in the arms, you could. So yeah, this one I think it will be interesting with the energy in the arms and the ballistic in the torso. So you can put like 2 LB10s up there, or like 2 Ultra ACs for long range. So yeah, I think this will be a really good mech, especially for if you love King Crabs. I would definitely recommend. So looking at all the camos, they all look really good. Here's how the Wolfhound looks. This is how the Urban Mech looks. Looks like a police mech. That would be cool if you can press the button like for like to open the clamps or open the missile bay doors. They'll like the police lights will like light up. I think that'll be pretty good. Panther looks good. Crab looks good. The Enforcer is interesting because it looks old. It looks like it's got some scratches. Looks like it's been used, which I guess kind of makes sense because this is a relatively old mech. And next we have the Black Knight, which I think is my favorite. Simple, clean. It just looks nice and clean and simple. It just looks overall just really good. We have the Grasshopper, which looks good, and we also have a Mauler, which also in my opinion is one of the, I think is my second favorite out of these 8. I mean 10, not 8. So yeah, this one also looks really good. And then we have the Zeus, which also looks good, and my least favorite, the King Crab. I don't know, I'm just not really a big fan of how it looks. I don't really like the teeth. I think if they made it look like an actual crab, that'd be cool, but other people might find this really cool, but Maybe it's the colors, you know, the green and the red. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of this one. But overall, I would recommend all these mechs, but I guess you could say there's one mech that I'm not really that interested in. That's the Enforcer, mainly because it doesn't really provide anything that new, unlike the other mechs, because it doesn't really have like an ECM or mask. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have an unusual hard point, except for maybe energy in the torso, but yeah, there's nothing really that interesting for the Enforcer. So yeah, I would say the best mechs to get, I would say any of the assault mechs. I think they all provide something really interesting to do, and you can do a lot with these 3 new assault mechs. The light mechs are really good, all 3 of them, including the urban mech. And of course, I think everybody should get the urban mech, because who does not love the urban mech? And it's only $10. I think 25 is a bit extreme, especially for only one mech. Especially when you buy $20 and you get like 3 supernovas. With this one, you only get 1, and it's $25. I think that's a bit extreme, but for $10, I think they should all be 10 mechs, because even though it's a light mech, I think sometimes a light mech is just as important as a assault mech. I don't really see why they should cost there should be a $15 difference between a light mech and a assault mech. But overall, these are all really good mechs. I would recommend any of them. So yeah, see you guys next time.